the first tool we're going to look at in this series is Hotjar. And Hotjar is an analytics program that gives you a visual display of how visitors are interacting on your website. Now, they do have different pricing options, but you can have a free account that does have some limitations. So I'm on the front page of Hotjar, and the limitations are you can have 3 heat maps, 3 funnels, and 3 forms, and you can record up to up to 300 visitor sessions. So you'll get a ton of information at zero outlay. And I'm just going to quickly go through each section and show you what's achievable within Hotjar. So I'll click on the heat maps. And this is a new one that I just set up a few days ago. We made some changes to the website. So we'll look at the latest setup. So we're on our homepage heat map, and it's showing how visitors interact only on that homepage. So up the top here, it displays the URL that is being tracked, and the number of interactions from desktop. This would be visits from a tablet, and then visits from smartphones, and then it will dissect it into clicks, moves, and scrolls. We can view some data, and we can also download some data. So the first one we're going to look at is on a desktop and clicks. So straight away I see that the members menu is getting clicks. People are trying to click on the image. So I would think to myself, okay, what can I do, or how can I take advantage of those clicks? And straight away, I'm thinking to myself, this Learn More button is the segue through to the page that I want people to go to. But what I can do is set up the entire background of that image to go through to that follow-up page. So it doesn't matter where they click. So we would pick up 6 visits here, 3 here, and 2 more here. So that's a way of not losing people through the cycle of your website. And as I scroll down, you can see where people are clicking, and if you hover on it, you can see how many clicks you've got in that area. And as we scroll down, so people are interested in our reviews. That's another review button. Some articles that have been published, and that looks like it's been clicked through to the email link, but there's also a phone number there that you can click through to call us. So that gives some useful information about what people are doing via clicks on your website. And now I'm going to show you the scrolling section of the desktop. And this is really useful to know what information are your visitors missing out on. What are they not seeing? So the top bit here, 100% of visitors see that portion of the site because that's above the fold. Everyone sees what's above the fold. And as we come down, we can start to see the drop-off of people only scrolling so far down the page. So this is the average fold above the fold section. And as we come down, so only 75% of our visitors went past this point. And as we come down, only half of our visitors are going down the page. So straight away, alarm bells are ringing and saying anything that we've got below this point in our website, people just aren't, well, not everyone, it's half, but half's a lot of traffic. So half of our visitors aren't getting below this point. And as we come down further, you can see that the numbers are getting lower and lower of eyeballs on this area of the site. So only 31% 1% of visitors got down to this section. And if we keep going down, we're down to 27%, 17%, so at the end of the day, we need to make sure that any information that is in the lower portion of the website needs to be also up higher, or have it visible and ensure that it's being seen in front of your visitors. I'm just going to quickly scroll up to the top, and now we'll have a quick look at the mobile setup. So it's I won't say completely different, but it can be very different to your desktop because it's a different experience. So on the side here, we can see this is where you would tap the hamburger menu, and we can see how many clicks we've had. So we've had one visitor on the mobile version, and they have clicked the hamburger menu because I can see one tap, which is 100% of our traffic. And as we come down, so there's your average fold. And as we scroll down, I'm thinking because we don't have enough data yet, we're not seeing who's gotten down the page, because now I just set this up I think 2 days ago, so there's not enough data there to give me anything to make a decision on. But certainly, given a little bit of time, I would have those same percentages of button clicks and see what people are doing. And if we go over to the scroll, a similar thing where everyone sees that top portion, and as we come down, you can see where your visitor traffic is dropping off in the mobile view. So really important data that you can get here from a simple heat map that is super easy to set up. Now we'll have a look at the recordings. So this is the overview page of our recordings, and we've got 100 recordings. You can see where they're from, so USA, and this is an international site, but most of our traffic is from the USA, Singapore, India, Egypt. So you can have a visual representation of where your traffic's coming from. It will tell you the pages or the top pages that were visited and how many pages were visited within that recording. And this part of Hotjar actually records as people flow through your site. So I'm going to show you that in a moment. What they access your site on, so desktop, mobile, tablet, etc. The browser they used, the operating system, date, and then we've got this little play button over there. So to watch this recording, all I do is click the play button, and when it loads, it takes me through a visual display of what the user is doing on the site. So I can have it at half speed, normal speed, 2 times and 4 times. So you might have a 10-minute video that you want to speed up to 4 times just to get an idea of what they're doing and be able to track them. So you can see them looking at the menu. There's a little click. I'll just hit pause for a moment. So we can see these little these icons in the play bar are clicks. These are scroll icons, so you can jump forward, move back, have a good look at how they're going through your site. So I just hit play again. So useful information to see where are people falling into, where are they getting stuck, where are they going around in circles, where are they trying to get access to but not succeeding. So highly recommend Hotjar to give you some insights to visitor interactions on your website. The next one that we've got set up are funnels. So if you've got, an online shop is a perfect example, or anything that you sell online that has a specific endpoint. So this one is set up for a 2-day workshop. I've set it up a couple of hours ago, so there's not a great deal of traffic through the funnel, but it will give you a good idea of what you get from Hotjar. So this is the steps of our training registration. So you go to the calendar, click the training session you're interested in, add it to cart, and then check out. So we've had 7 people land on our calendar. 2 people have clicked the registration page, but only 1 person has added it to the cart. So straight away I can see we've had it's a 50% drop off. Now, when you're only talking about 1 or 2 people, that's not many. But when you get to 20 or 200, then you're talking some serious numbers. So knowing where people are dropping off to any high degree is, super valuable to go and have a look at, okay, what's on my shopping cart that people, or in this case, what's on the registration page that's stopping people adding it to the cart? Is our security right? Do we, display social proof? There's lots of things that you can look at, but it gives you a starting point of what pages that you can improve upon to increase your conversions. So, for instance, if we had a 50% drop-off rate and we had 100 visitors, I don't want to lose 50 people going from registration to cart. So this is really valuable information to include to increase your conversion rates. And you can have, with the free version, you can have up to 3 funnels completely free of charge. And the last one we're going to look at from Hotjar is forms. So anywhere you've got forms set up on your website, you can create this setup that shows you where people are dropping off in your form process. So I can remember a while ago I set up a form, a client wanted a form set up, and they had something like 17 fields. And I said to him, every time you add a field, it's giving people the opportunity to leave your website or to leave the form and not send through their information. So we set this up, and it was a matter of a couple of days that I could show to him, look, you've had, I don't remember the exact numbers, but 50 people enter the form, but only 1 person sent through the information. So that's really clear clarification that you need to reduce the number of fields within your form. So this one, we've had 3 people come onto the page and start the form process, and you can see each drop-off point. So every point, no drop-off, no drop-off. Then you've had 1 person drop off when we asked for a phone number. So I know I'm really hesitant to supply my phone number when I fill in forms, unless it's something that I really want to commit to, and so I sort of expect them to give me a call, sort of thing. And as we come along, the next drop-off point was at the question area. So we can see visually where people are dropping off our page really easily. And again, with the free version, you can have up to 3 forms. So there's plenty of room for opportunity to get some interaction from your visitors and have a look at what they're doing, and work out what can you improve upon to make people stay longer, make their experience easier, get them to fill out that form, things like that. So Hotjar is brilliant. To find it, just go to hotjar.com, and if you've got any questions, please let me know.